This is Minutia Men with Rick and Dave.
You know, I just noticed. So you have a spinny fan. What do we call this in America?
A ceiling fan?
Yeah.
Right above us.
I guess most fans are spinny.
Yeah, I think so.
And then you've got the lights here, and there's a very intricate spider web.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that. That's within the last 3 days.
Why is it? Because I just dusted.
Can't you tell I just cleaned my office?
I was just going to get Bridget on the line and ask her why there's spider webs here.
No, it's right under the fan too. So the power of the air is not doing anything at all.
This is an architectural wonder.
These spiders are amazing. Wait a minute. What does that say about Wilbur is a good pig?
Yeah.
Wow.
And go Germany.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Who's your favorite pig? Arnold?
My favorite pig?
Green
Arnold
Acres?
Ziffel?
Yeah.
Without question. Yeah. There's maybe Babe, the pig.
You know, Porky?
Yeah.
Making fun of people with speech impediments.
Yeah.
That's not a fan. It's not a politically correct pig.
You know what I liked about him, though? Is when he came on, it was over.
Right.
That's all, folks.
What I at the end of my classes, on the last day of class,
do you really?
I always do the and I don't even the kids don't even look up from their phones.
This is the opposite of that. This is the thing that starts the show.
The following is a Tony Lasano podcast, an Opie production on the Radio Misfits Podcast Network. This is Minutia Men with Rick and Dave.
You know, we saw Toy Story 5. Did you say?
How was it?
It was good. It was my favorite. Is still 1. I think 1 and 3. Wait, which is Andy College?
2 is the one with Jessie. She's pretty good.
Yeah.
3 is really good too.
That's the Andy going to college. That's the tearjerker one.
Yeah, that's a tearjerker.
I remember when Lila went to college and she took all her posters off of the walls, and that scene in Toy Story 3 when the mom walks in and starts, we do that at the same. It was good. I mean, it was good.
You want to hear a sad story about that movie?
Sure.
On Father's Day, I went up to all 3 of my boys. I go, listen, you want to spend some time with Dad today? What do you say the 4 of us go out and we see Toy Story 5? Yeah. And they all said no.
So
that's a true story.
We went. What do we do on? Yeah, actually, I think we did see it
on Father's Day.
Yeah, we went to Kaiser Tiger for their.
So you have children that love you. That must be nice.
One of which wasn't home. Okay, so 2 out of 3.
All right.
Julia just came home from Massachusetts for a month.
Yeah.
She's been home for like 3 days. I think I've said like 2 words to her. She's just never home. All right, let's get going here.
Wait a minute. Before we do, was she named after the Beatles song, Julia?
No.
Oh.
Why?
Every time I hear that song, I think of your daughter.
Well, and my wife's name is Michelle.
I know. That's a whole Beatles thing.
No, we just...
Okay, both just like the name.
You know when you have twins?
Yeah.
You have to compile a list. And whatever the name is on both lists, you're like, all right, let's take that one.
Okay.
How did you guys come up with your name?
Well, we had a girl's name for all the babies, which was Grace. Never used it.
Yeah, okay.
And then we could never agree on boys' names, so we had negotiations in the delivery room all 3 times. And I waited until she was at her weakest moment, and then I swooped in and got my names in.
All right, well,
it's a beautiful story.
Well, how old are you guys? You're in your 60s? Or you're early 60s?
Yeah.
She's late 50s?
Yep.
You guys can have another one. You could Tony Randall it. Totally.
I'm shooting blanks, so it couldn't work.
All right. So there's this World Cup thing going on.
Yes.
You know, and I was just...
Yes, as a matter of fact, let's get going here. In 28 minutes, we got another set of games going on.
So I was just in Boston a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Took Aaron. And loved the city. The one thing that I loved about Boston is how many bars there were. I mean, there are a ton of bars. Well,
where everybody knows your name.
What we actually did, we went to the Cheers.
Yeah, and, you told me, and it meant nothing to her. Yeah.
International beer war erupts after Scottish fan claims Tartan Army drank Boston Dry. Is that what they called the Tartan Army? Mm-hmm. What began as a proud declaration from a Scottish football supporter has escalated into a full-blown international incident after one member of the Tartan army boldly proclaimed that Scotland fans had officially drunk Boston Dry during the... Can you do a Scottish?
I can't. Not on demand.
The claim followed reports that several bars required emergency beer deliveries after Scotland's arrival in Massachusetts. We've conquered many things throughout history, said Glasgow native, I'm not making this name up, Angus McFadden, or maybe he made it up, while standing atop a pile of empty lager cans. But this is our greatest achievement. We have defeated an entire American city 1 pint at a time.
Not just any city, Boston.
Now, those comments drew the ire from other football supporters around the globe.
You can call us Yankee fans, but you cannot say that we are better drinkers than you.
Australian fans were the first to respond. Mate, that's adorable, said one supporter from Sydney. We call that Tuesday.
Okay.
Actually, in Australia, do the days of the week go backwards?
Yeah, they spin backwards.
Irish fans were similarly unimpressed. Boston Dry, said Dublin resident Sean O'Reilly. Okay, I think these guys are making up these names.
This is the Onion.
That's not even a proper warm-up. We once drank an airport pub out of Guinness before the first flight was called. English supporters rejected Scotland's claim outright. We watched them, said one England fan. Half of them were drinking light beer. That's hydration for us.
I kind of agree with that.
Within hours, social media erupted into what experts are calling the Great Global Pint-Off. What about Germany? Right? You would think the Germans are going to weigh in. Fans from Germany began posting spreadsheets. Fans from Belgium cited historical consumption statistics. And fans from Argentina simply uploaded videos that required no explanation. I don't really know what that is. But so this gave me an interesting thought for research.
Yeah.
Per capita beer consumptions by countries.
Right.
Who's leads?
The winner?
I have the top 10 here, and this is from 2024 from Kirin. I don't know if this is some sort of beer. So I've got the top 10 countries by beer consumption per capita. So, and this is pints per capita, I think. Actually, I don't know. All right. So what's number one?
Is it Germany?
Germany's number 10.
Wow.
They're at 86.1.
You know what it is? This new generation of Germans that go around like actually telling jokes and stuff.
Yeah.
And not being on time for things. You know, they're destroying
who you are.
Hundreds of years of tradition.
All right, so who do you think number one is? We talked about this.
It's got to be England or Scotland or one of the Australia.
Ireland is number 4 at 99. Austria is number 3. Okay.
Austria. What about Australia?
They're not up.
Okay.
They're not up. We talked about this country last week that you were kind of pissed that they changed their name.
Czech Republic.
Yes, number 1, 148.8.
Or Czechia.
Right.
It's now known.
Lithuania at number 2 at 110. I wouldn't even put them in the same. Then you go Ireland, Croatia, Estonia, Spain, Slovenia.
Spain?
Yeah. Spain.
For beer?
That's what it says here.
Liars.
Slovenia, Romania, and then Germany at number 10. Okay. America, we're like 23rd at like 61 pints per capita.
So. Yeah. Well, we've got that whole South area where they don't drink and stuff. So.
Oh, what I forgot to tell. There is a video. We'll do it next show.
Yeah.
Of Japanese fans discovering barbecue ribs for the first time. It is hilarious. Do you hear about this ranch dressing thing?
Yes. Yes. The ranch dressing. There's another one about refillable
drinks,
soft drinks.
Right?
It's like, I could have 1,000 of these.
Right.
All right. I've got a story for you. The latest entry into the annals of bizarre U.S. campground mishaps took place on Saturday at Shavers Lake Camp Edison, which is about 50 miles northeast of downtown Fresno, California. A spokesperson for the Fresno County Sheriff's Office said specialist rescue crews from CAL FIRE were required to extricate an unidentified man from the confined tank beneath a waterless, non-flushing toilet.
Oh, so he...
All right. It's waterless. So you know what is in that tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, a man in Fresno spent 15 minutes submerged in that. And I know what you're
completely submerged?
It's completely, well, I mean,
like
up to his neck.
Oh. God.
I hope you're not eating, everybody. So how did that happen? Well, apparently, he dropped his sunglasses while he was, using the facilities. Yeah. And again, people make fun of me for not using public facilities.
Yeah, I'm on team.
I have never fallen into a septic tank underneath a toilet before.
Have you ever used a port-a-potty?
No.
I
peed in.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
No, in fact, I can't wait to get out of there because I'm like, it's right there. I can see it. It's disgusting. So anyway, he's taking care of business, and he's got the sunglasses on, and they slip off, and they fall down.
So is he peeing? Is that?
It doesn't say.
Okay.
It doesn't say.
All right,
but it doesn't really matter.
No, of course.
So he sees them in the tank below, and he thinks,
how hard could it be?
I'll just lean in a little bit. Yeah. And, there's only one way to lean in. It's through the toilet, right? So he's leaning in. He's reaching. It's getting closer and closer. And it turns out that gravity got the best of him. And this is the sound. It was recorded.
Oh, really?
This is the sound of him landing into the tank. Here we go. That's what it sounded like.
So there was a guy there with a micro.
I mean, well, they always record people. They've got the camera going on. This is just the audio of the camera. But yes, that is the sound of a man falling. Now, there's good news on this. The man was rescued. Mm-hmm. He was decontaminated. He had to be hosed down by the police. But the happiest part of the story,
did he get his sunglasses?
He got them back. He got his sunglasses back.
First of all, do you ever buy sunglasses?
I've got a pair of like $4 ones in my car.
How much could you possibly?
Some of those are expensive. I know. The stylish people out there.
Well, then they deserve to take a half gainer into the thing. We got a review, a perfect blend of Chicago attitude, pointless facts, and stories that make you say, there's no way that's real.
We've got a story like that coming up here.
And that is from Wilman on Listen Notes. So thank you. And please, everybody.
Listen Notes.
Yeah, please, everybody, subscribe and review us.
Thank you. We appreciate it very much.
Time now for Studio Walls.
And the words of the prophets were written on the studio walls. Rick and Dave.
So this is the part of the show where we dip into the Rick and Dave archives and we pull out some stories that have been told previously on this show that you might have missed the first time around. This story goes back to 1994, Dave. And we had... a musician on the show, the keyboardist for the Ides of March. Mm-hmm. His name is Scott May. He was also the musical director of the Kevin Matthews Show on WLUP, my old radio station. And so I got to know him a little bit there. And he told us a story that took place shortly after June 27th, 1994. That's the day that an American was caned in Singapore for spitting his gum out.
Chewing gum, that's right. I remember that. I remember that.
This story involves Danny Bonaducci, who our listeners will probably know as Danny Partridge. He was also an air personality on The Loop. And he was known for taking big chances on the air. Yeah. Well, let's let Scott May tell this story.
Like when Danny Bonaducci shot off his mouth that he could take more wax on his ass than the guy in Indonesia that spit gum on the street, and some sensei whipped him. I don't know if you remember that.
No, I don't remember.
It was big news. Some guy in Indonesia spit gum on the ground. Well, the Indonesian police arrested this guy, and as a punishment,
they had like 30.
They caned him.
Yeah, it was in Singapore, I think. Yes, that's right.
Singapore, right?
Yeah.
And And so Danny Bonaducci, God bless Danny Bonaducci, shot off his mouth and says, wait a minute, 6 whacks on the ass, I can take more than that. And so he put out a challenge for a listener to come and take 6 whacks on the ass and to get caned. Well, anyway, of course, the Loop went, this is a promo. And so
let's
that
get a sponsor.
day,
Well, who was the sponsor of that?
I don't know. I don't remember. But that day, they had a sensei come with the cane, the same thing and it wasn't a whip. It was this big bamboo thing that was really weird. And so Danny and the listener came, and into the studio they put a paper so that nobody could see in. And in the studio that day, it was Kevin, Mr. Wirt, Danny, the listener, the sensei, and me, because they thought we've got to have musical accompaniment.
Sure.
You can't cane
You'd
somebody.
be an idiot not to do that.
And so Danny and this guy dropped their pants, and the sensei hauled off and boom, whacked him, and Danny goes, that was nothing. The listener was a big burly, kind of like a football kind of guy. He was a big guy. That was nothing.
So did 2 people have their pants off? Wait, so...
They had 2 people that had their pants up. They're bent over. They're grabbing their ankles.
So was the listener and Bonnie?
And Danny.
And
Danny.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So now, so number 2. Bam! That was nothing. 3, boom. Okay. I felt that. 4, bam, ooh. 5, boom, ow! 6, bam, shit! Now, they took 6. And Danny looked at the guy and goes, you want to take one more to beat this pussy in Indonesia? And the guy says, absolutely, 7, bang.
Wow.
Now, fine. At that point, Mr. Wirt is going, oh, my God, I can't believe this. Now, they weren't bleeding. Okay?
Internally, they were, possibly.
Well, wait. There's a denouement to this story. So Mr. Wirt says, this is the greatest promotion we've ever done. They gave this kid, they said, anything you want. If you want Sox tickets, if you want Cub tickets, Bears tickets, you want concert tickets, no matter what, you have carte blanche for the rest of your life. You just call us. And they gave this kid anything he wanted. So anyway, that was the end of the story. Wow. And by the way, every time they got hit, I was hitting organ chords like it was like we were Cub Spark. Now, here's the ending to that story. Is that I was playing at that time in the All Bubba Blues Band with Buzz Kilman, and we had a gig in Oak Park, and Johnny B was supposed to show up that night. So we go to this big Irish bar in Oak Park, and I'm playing with Buzz. Danny shows up to this thing, and everybody's like, Danny got, and Danny's kind of walking funny. He goes, yeah, you want to see this? And he drops his pants on stage, and on his ass where they were hit, he had a welt that was the size of a paper plate.
Wow.
It was pitch black.
Yeah, that's healthy.
Literally pitch black.
Did it cover up his tattoo of the Loop logo?
I don't know if that was on the other side.
Because he has on his ass, he has a logo of the Loop, and it says Mr. Wirt on it.
Well,
it did.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Mancow? Remember with the waterboarding?
Yes, I do.
And
yeah.
He
lasted like 1 second. Yeah. Wacky radio stunts.
Hey, speaking of another stunt, this one's a wacky Russian stunt.
Oh, I love the Russians.
Russian teenager given 5 days behind bars for placing pizza order as Adolf Hitler.
All right. I want to know what they ordered. What kind of pizza does it say?
We need to serve 9. An 18-year-old student who was arrested in the city of Nizhny Tagil in the Russian Urals for ordering a pizza under the name Adolf Hitler has been court-ordered to spend 5 days in custody. The regional court's press office has announced. Timothy Vakoninen, who now faces possible expulsion from the construction college where he studies as a wacky college kid, right? Was charged with propagating Nazi symbols, so on and so forth. 5 friggin' days, right?
Okay.
You know what you don't get placed in prison for 5 days?
Yeah.
Invading Ukraine.
Yeah. Murdering your political opponents.
So I've got a couple of possible, I don't know what he ordered.
Yeah.
And I actually did do research.
Well, Hitler was a vegetarian.
Right. I did do research as if Hitler ever had pizza, and probably not.
Yeah.
But
he did love ravioli.
Oh,
that was his favorite food.
Even
the Führer.
Even the Führer needs to watch his weight. I thought of a couple specials. The Anschluss combo. Okay, that's 2 small pizzas suddenly becoming a big one. And then the Sudetenland special. Just 1 more slice. We promise.
Oh,
okay.
Nice.
Just 1 more slice. So there you go. If you're in Russia, don't use Adolf Hitler.
Yeah. You know what? I've got a tip for you. If you're anywhere in the world, don't use Adolf Hitler. It's a rule that just works everywhere.
I think Mississippi, you're okay, maybe.
Well, I'll find out. I'll be in Mississippi next weekend.
Oh, where you
the Bridges family reunion is. The family's from New Orleans, but they were getting a
Airbnb or whatever.
Yeah, down on the coast, Gulf Coast in Mississippi. So I'll be in Mississippi.
We've been to Mississippi together.
We have.
Was it Tupelo? Tunica. Was it Tunica?
No, I think it was Tupelo.
Was it Tupelo?
Where Elvis was born. I'm pretty sure. Okay. They had some casinos there, if I'm not mistaken.
There was a poker room, yeah.
All right. I have a story for you, and this is actually a sad story. We lost a dear friend of ours a couple weeks ago. Richard Cantu was his name. Richard and I met in the early 90s. We were on John Landecker's show together. Richard was our newsman. And he was a newsman in the old meaning of the word. He took his craft seriously. He wrote his copy crisply. He delivered his reports with authority. He made follow-up calls to check sources and stories.
What?
Yeah. He was a journalist. Yeah. There was once such a thing. And he was also one of the most unique individuals we've ever met. I've never met anyone like him. He was a complicated guy. And I wrote a little bit about him that I'd like to read.
Sure.
Because this kind of describes him perfectly. He was a brilliant curmudgeon, a walking set of contradictions. He wore a tie to work every day, but he worked in radio. He was a serious man living in a serious world, but he had one of the greatest laughs you'll ever hear. When you got him to crack up, you knew that you had earned it. He was deeply cynical. For instance, he refused to have direct deposit because he didn't believe that the man should have access to his account. But he blindly believed the Bears were going to win every week.
Every week.
Yeah. He grew up in Wisconsin, but he thought the cheese was an abomination.
I remember playing poker with him, and he would not ever eat cheese.
Yeah. He literally hated it. Right. He could joke around with you, but when it was time for a newscast, it had to begin at exactly the right time. I'm going to play a little something about that in a bit here. He loved to dance, which doesn't fit his personality at all, but he did. He was a regular at my garage poker table, sipping some good whiskey. His email address was Dick Whiskey.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
He would be exhorting whoever just lost the hand, fuck you, pay me. That was his signature. He was a White Sox fan. When I told him I had taken my son Tommy to a Cubs game and an entire section of Sox fans booed the 5-year-old because he was wearing a Cubs hat, Richard said, serves him right.
Yeah.
Serves him right.
Richard, me, his son, and Michelle went to a game once, and his son was young. He was.
He's in the military now, I think. So, anyway, I found Richard so fascinating that I actually based one of the characters of my novel Severance on him. and I sent him a free copy of that book, and I was dying to know what he thought of the character. He didn't even bother to read it for years, which cracked me up. It cracked because that was him. Yeah. He marched to the beat of his own drummer. He was one of a kind. He's an irreplaceable guy, and we miss him a lot. Yeah. So I asked Vince Argento, who was also a producer for John Landecker's show, to send me a few of these old jingles that we did for Richard that tie into the stories I just told. For instance, one of them was when we were late for the top of the hour newscast. It would piss him off every time. And so one day we came up with this little jingle to kind of deflect the anger right before the news. Here we go.
Richard Cantu, Richard Cantu. Ain't no retentive about his start time. Upset John has made him late. He's Richard Cantu.
Here's another one we created when we found out that he loved to dance.
Okay.
This is an intro to the news, which he did not appreciate us using it as an intro to the news, but this is it.
Reporter of the news, and his name is Richard Cantu. With integrity, he's the master of the newsroom. Dance, Richard Cantu.
That would get him very mad every time we played it.
Right. 13 die. And
now, what I'm going to play for you at the end of the show here is our audio of war, is Richard himself on the air when he, for the only time I can ever remember him, breaking character in the middle of the newscast and started singing a song.
Okay. You're going to play that?
I'm going to play that. Okay. That's coming up here in just a few minutes. But first, we have other things to take care of. For instance,
Rick and Dave get email, electronic mail, in an electronic bag, or inbox. Rick and Dave email. Rick and Dave email.
So this is actually an email from Richard Cantu's sister.
Yeah.
She sent us this.
It was lovely, just a lovely.
I know. But I wanted to put it out there for everyone else to get the vibe of Richard. From Sarah. I could easily go on all day telling you how thoroughly apparent it is you understood my brother, and I love you for that. It comforts me to know that someone I've never met is making me laugh today by naming so many of Richard's one-of-a-kind idiosyncrasies, habits, edges, both rough and smooth. Comforts me. My brother was over here for a barbecue on Memorial Day. Excuse me. He was in fine spirits as always, and nothing seemed out of pocket at all. It was that night that he died in his sleep. So I'm happy to be able to say that I got to see him not long before he passed and that he was with us. I want to tell you quickly, while we were sitting at the table eating our dinner, we were discussing card games. He mentioned his poker days, and he in fact mentioned playing poker in your garage, and even mentioned the "fuck you, pay me" phrase, which my husband, son, and I cracked up with laughter, a new story we had not heard before. So I just want you to know that even within hours of his passing, he was recalling wonderful times spent with you and telling us all about it. It was totally and completely reciprocal. You should know that. Thank you for your presence in my big brother's life. I'll pass your post along to my two other brothers.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So thank you, Sarah, for that.
I remember a couple times when I hosted.
It's like 4:30, Richard.
I'm going to go to sleep right now, Richard. Just let yourself out.
Yeah. Yes. So we miss him.
No show next week?
No show next week.
Right. Go. You're traveling. I got a couple things to do.
That's true.
We're on summer hours.
Okay. That's fine.
I'm not wearing a suit anymore. I'm just wearing a Hawaiian shirt.
For the first time. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen you not wearing a suit before. You're wearing a Mabel's t-shirt. You like going from the extremes.
It's summer.
All right, so it's time for our audio of war. This is Richard Cantu. Now, I believe the story might have been when Tennessee Ernie Ford died. Tennessee Ernie Ford did the song 16 Tons.
Okay.
All right, and Richard was reporting it in the newscast. And all of a sudden, he started singing the song, which is way out of character for Richard Cantu, and I think it's a good way for us to end the show this week. Here we go.
One fist of iron, the other of steel. If the right one doesn't get you, then the left of one will. You load 16 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store.
We miss you, Richard.
Yeah.
Special thanks to executive producer Tony Lasano with opishows.com. Opie is hippo backwards, OPPIH shows.com. We're distributed by Ed Silla with Radio Misfits. Great Talk Radio isn't dead. It just moved to a better place, RadioMisfits.com. We'll be back in a couple weeks with another episode of
Newsman.
The proceeding was a presentation of the Radio Misfits Podcast Network. Find our other great shows on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and at RadioMisfits.com. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
This has been a presentation of Opie Productions.
Tony, can you shut up?
What do you get when you hear a celebrity Minutia Men interview, Dave?
Rick, think of Dan Rather and Bill Maher having a kid.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So you'll get Minutia.
Right. What does a Damone from Fast Times at Ridgemont High really think about the movie?
Only one place to find out, and that's Celebrity Minutia Men Interview, a Tony Lasano podcast. Go to opishows.com or wherever you find podcasts. Just search for Radio Misfits.